La macchina da corsa per me è come un figlio. Quando lei pensa che il figlio rappresenta la continuità di noi stessi, lei lo porta a scuola, il giorno che riesce negli studi che è il primo della classe, lei è orgoglioso del proprio figlio, capita quello che per un costruttore
the color red, the prancing horse, the sound of a 12-cylinder engine echoing through the Italian countryside. This isn't just a car company. This is Ferrari. For some, Ferrari is a dream. For others, it's a religion. It's the ultimate symbol of speed, beauty, and passion. But behind the legend lies a story of ambition, rivalry, tragedy, and triumph. A story driven by one man's relentless obsession, Enzo Ferrari.
I giovani d'oggi possono sapere poco di quello che è stata la mia vita e il mio passato.
This is the story of how Ferrari became one of the greatest names in history. Enzo Anselmo Ferrari was born in Modena, Italy, in 1898. From a young age, he was obsessed with racing. At just 10 years old, Enzo attended his first motor race. The roar of engines and the sight of daring drivers battling for glory lit a fire inside him that would never burn out. After serving in World War I, Enzo pursued his dream of racing. By 1920, he was driving for Alfa Romeo. He wasn't the fastest driver on the grid, but his determination, leadership, and technical knowledge stood out. Soon, Enzo realized his true talent wasn't behind the wheel. It was building and managing a team. In 1929, Enzo founded Scuderia Ferrari, which means Ferrari Stable. At first, it wasn't a car manufacturer, it was a racing team, fielding Alfa Romeos for private drivers. But Enzo's team quickly made a name for itself. Through the 1930s, Scuderia Ferrari became Alfa Romeo's official racing division. Enzo demanded absolute commitment. He pushed his drivers and engineers to the limit, earning respect and fear in equal measure. But by 1939, tensions with Alfa Romeo forced him to leave. He was forbidden to use the Ferrari name in racing for at least 4 years. So Enzo bided his time, quietly preparing for the day he would launch his own cars. World War II interrupted everything. But once the war ended, Enzo wasted no time. In 1947, the very first true Ferrari was born. The 125S. It carried a tiny 1.5-litre Y12 engine designed by Gioacchino Colombo. It wasn't just a car, it was a statement. Ferrari would build cars that combined art, performance, and racing spirit. The The 125S won its very first race in Piacenza, Italy. It was the beginning of a dynasty. Enzo's philosophy was clear. The road cars existed to fund the racing cars. Every Ferrari sold to wealthy enthusiasts put more money into Scuderia Ferrari's racing program. The 1950s were Ferrari's golden decade. On the track, the prancing horse dominated. Ferrari won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1949, just 2 years after the first Ferrari was built. In Formula One, they quickly became a powerhouse, winning their first championship in 1952 with Alberto Ascari. Off the track, Ferrari began crafting road cars for the wealthy elite. The Ferrari 250 series would become legendary, especially the 250 Testarossa, meaning redhead. With its red-painted valve covers and the 250 GTO, GTO. The 250 GTO in particular would go on to be one of the most valuable cars ever made. With examples selling for over $70 million today. Each Ferrari wasn't just transportation, it was rolling art. From the start, Ferrari cultivated mystique. The prancing horse logo came from World War I fighter pilot Francesco Baracca, whose family gave Enzo permission to use it. It became a symbol of speed, courage, and victory. The color red, Rosso Corsa, wasn't a choice. It was a requirement. Italian racing teams were assigned red by international regulations. But Ferrari embraced it, turning red into a global symbol of passion and performance. And then there was Enzo himself. Cold, calculating, and fiercely private, he built an aura around the brand. He famously said, "I sell engines, and I give the cars away for free." For Enzo, road cars existed only to keep Ferrari racing, and this philosophy shaped everything.
When Enzo Ferrari established that aura, it wasn't just about building cars. It was about creating legend. From the 1950s onward, Ferrari's presence in motorsport became the lifeblood of the company. The prancing horse wasn't simply competing, it was winning. Race after race, title after title, Ferrari's scarlet-red machines became synonymous with glory. By the time Enzo Ferrari had built the aura around his brand, Ferrari was no longer just a manufacturer. It was a movement. Every Ferrari carried with it more than speed. It carried a story of passion, of risk, of glory. That intangible magic, the aura, became Ferrari's greatest asset. Racing victories weren't simply statistics in a record book. They were carefully woven into the mythology. Each checkered flag added to the legend. Each car, painted in Ferrari's unmistakable Rosso Corsa red, was a reminder that Ferrari wasn't just participating in races, it was shaping motorsport itself. But Enzo understood something few others did. Success on the track wasn't enough. To secure Ferrari's place in history, he had to make every person watching those races feel as though they were part of the journey. The aura of Ferrari extended beyond the drivers and the engineers. It touched the fans, millions who would never own a Ferrari, but who dreamed about the possibility. That dream became Ferrari's secret fuel. And so Ferrari began to master the art of storytelling. Every car release, every victory, every headline wasn't just about performance. It was about reinforcing the idea that Ferrari was different, that Ferrari was untouchable. This was the foundation that would power the company through its golden eras of racing dominance and beyond. Ferrari wasn't simply building cars, it was building belief. But it was in the decades that followed when Ferrari truly cemented its dominance. In the 1970s, the arrival of Niki Lauda signaled a new era. Lauda's relentless precision, paired with Ferrari's engineering genius, brought the team 2 world championships. The victories weren't just on the track. They were in the hearts and minds of millions who watched Ferrari defy the odds. The red car was no longer just a competitor. It was the car to beat. Yet Ferrari's story was never just about racing. On the streets, the company was carefully building its empire of exclusivity.
Prima di tutto, a Gran Turismo la prende uno che vuole differenziarsi dagli altri, chiedere alla vettura delle prestazioni istantanee che non può avere su altre macchine.
While competitors sought mass production, Ferrari resisted. Enzo famously believed that Ferrari should always produce one car less than the market demanded. Scarcity became a strategy, and that scarcity turned Ferrari into a symbol. A dream for many, but a reality for only a few. By the 1980s and 90s, Owning a Ferrari was no longer just about performance. It was about status, identity, and belonging to an elite club that money alone couldn't always buy. Each model, from the Testarossa to the F40, was a statement, blending artistry, technology, and heritage into a single roaring package. And then came the modern golden era of racing. In the 2000s, Michael Schumacher, behind the wheel of a Ferrari, delivered an era of dominance unlike anything Formula One had seen before. Five consecutive world championships, records shattered, and a legacy built on speed, precision, and an almost mythical partnership between man and machine. Ferrari wasn't just winning on Sundays. It was selling dreams on Mondays. Every victory, every headline, every iconic photo of the scarlet car crossing the finish line fueled the allure of Ferrari's road cars. The racetrack was the company's advertising department, and it worked better than any commercial could. But Ferrari's rise wasn't only about horsepower and trophies. It was about brand discipline. The company guarded its image with ruthless precision. It never diluted its identity. There would be no cheap entry-level Ferraris, no overproduction, no discounts. Every Ferrari sold was an experience, from the factory handoff in Maranello to the personalized details crafted for each owner. This discipline transformed Ferrari into something far greater than a car manufacturer. It became a luxury empire. In 2015, Ferrari went public on the New York Stock Exchange. Investors clamored to own a piece of the legend. And what they were buying wasn't just financial performance. It was the power of a brand that had been cultivated over decades. Ferrari stock quickly became one of the most valuable in the entire automotive industry, trading at multiples reserved for luxury houses like Hermes or Rolex. Because Ferrari isn't in the car business, it's in the dream business. Today, Ferrari continues to walk a fine line between heritage and innovation. Hybrid technology and electric power are on the horizon, but the brand remains committed to the same essence that defined it in Enzo's day: passion, exclusivity, and the pursuit of perfection. When you see a Ferrari on the street, it isn't just another sports car. It's a moving monument to history, to victories past and future. to a man who believed that racing was life, and everything else was just waiting. The rise of Ferrari is more than a story of cars. It's the story of how vision, discipline, and relentless pursuit of excellence created not just a company, but a legend. A legend that roars, even when standing still. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe for more content like this. See you next time.